Hoodrich Radio is the voice of DJ Scream on your airways. Moran, we have a special guest in the building. She is a viral sensation. She goes by the name of Jasmine Merlette, a.k.a. FutureDrJas in the building.
Black educator in the building.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You already know.
HBCU alum of Xavier University.
Oh, yes.
Hey. Okay.
Proud.
Yes,
Proud
absolutely.
Xavier grad. Yes.
Yep, absolutely. How you doing today?
I'm doing so well. How are y'all?
Everything
so
is
far,
wonderful.
So good.
Everything is
so
wonderful.
Far, so good.
So let's start with some of your humble beginnings. Where are you from?
So I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Alpharetta, Georgia.
Yes.
Okay. And what high school?
I went to Alpharetta High School.
You went to you're
Yes.
You're a real Alpharetta.
So you went to Alpharetta Elementary.
You're the queen of the North.
No, they don't have Alpharetta Elementary, but they do have. Where did I go? I went to Creekview Elementary and Redbridge Middle School.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then you transitioned to Xavier University. How did that come about? And what was your major?
Oh, psychology, English minor, and Xavier, actually, truth be told, was not on my list at first, but they inquired about me. And when I visited the school, I knew I was supposed to be there.
So how did they find out about you?
Well, you know, when you're applying for colleges and they get your scores, like, I don't know how it works, but schools get your information and they're like, oh, we like her. We like her. So then they send you stuff in the mail, that sort of thing.
That's tight. I assume you must have been like a straight A student in high school.
No, but you know, God is good.
Okay.
And we thank him.
True.
She made it through.
Hey,
she made
it don't
out.
matter. Hey, D's get degrees.
Yes, but not D's though.
C's.
But you know, not C's.
They
You know,
get degrees.
A, B, you know. But you know.
She got it done.
Either way, that's all that matters.
She got it done. So when you went to Xavier University, you became the 80th Miss Xavier. Tell us a little bit about that process and
Miss
tell us
80.
how it felt.
Yes. Serving as Miss Xavier was probably one of the best experiences of my whole entire life. It is very rewarding, fulfilling to know that when you are campaigning and like you're running for a position, that your student body believes in you, your administration believes in you, the faculty, staff, like there was so much positivity and support. It was one of the best experiences of my life. And like Xavier has my heart forever. Like,
Dope.
What's some of maybe the trials and tribulations that you went through going to Xavier? Because I went to Tuskegee. And
turn up! HBCU grad!
Yes, absolutely. Beautiful things to say about Tuskegee.
Yes.
But there were definitely trials and tribulations that helped me build character and helped me to become who I am today. So what's some of the things you might have went through?
Well, first off, school's hard.
Okay, yes.
Period.
That's any school, though, not just at HBCU.
Any
Right.
school is, you know, it can be difficult, but that is not a reason to give up or stop trying or to feel as though you can't make it, because you absolutely can. And that's one thing I love about HBCUs is I know at Xavier, like, it was like a family. So I know that my teachers had my back, my professors had my back. I know if I went in the library, even if we were all studying, everybody had each other's back. You good? You good? Okay, we good. Like, it's always been that. And that's something that even through the trials of being at school, being away from home, trying to figure out your life, trying to be involved, you know, there are so many different things that go on with being in college, you know, having that support system and that foundation. Like, I'm telling you, HBCU is the way to go.
No doubt. So all this transition into you becoming a teacher. Where do you teach?
I teach at Sun Valley Elementary School in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, shouts to B-Ham, the ham.
Yeah.
Yep. So do you? It's hard to ask this question. I'm not going to ask you if you love what you do. You seem like you seem fulfilled. Like you seem like you're very happy being able to teach the youth, and that they're also receptive to you and how you teach and everything. Is that true?
Yes. My passion has always been children. Like even when I was a Girl Scout, the Gold Award project that I did was centered around doing a project with girls here in Atlanta. So it's just like every stage that I've been in life, I've been with children, working with them, mentoring them helping me. They're like, and oftentimes people think like, oh yeah, you're the teacher, so you're providing all the knowledge. That is not true. Like being in the classroom is so humbling because they teach me things every single day.
Like what? What have you learned from your students?
Unconditional love.
You learn love from your students?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. My children accept me as who I am. And it's beautiful because, you know, as a teacher, yes, you're helping them get through their education and providing them with knowledge, but I come in as me. And they're like, well, that's Miss Merlette. Okay. You know, like there is no, well, I don't like that today, Miss Merlette, or this I don't like. Like they accept me for who I am. And I think that's the beauty and innocence of children.
Right.
You know, I love children.
All right. So you better have like 20 kids.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Whatever God got for you.
You know, we love him. Yes,
40.
we do. I'm so dead.
So the Old Town Road rendition. So is this something that you do in your curriculum often? Like you bring in cool songs and y'all have fun with them?
So music is in my classroom all of the time. And
do you feel like it helps keep the kids engaged?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like for instance, when we were learning times tables, I would put on a beat that they liked, just instrumental, and we would just do skip counting to that beat. It doesn't matter what the beat is. They're still getting the knowledge, but they like the beat. They know that song. And now it's like, oh, okay, but now I'm doing times tables with it. Like just incorporating things that my kids like in the curriculum and in the classroom. I just think it's very important. And it allows them to feel a part of the classroom because it's not my classroom, it's our classroom. We are here together from 7 to 3. Yeah. So you should have as much a say in here as I do. That's how I feel.
No doubt.
Personally.
I like it.
That's lit. So like, what do you do when your kids misbehave?
So my first method is to talk to you. So like if we're having a rough day, I'm say, hey, what's going on? Is there anything I can help you with? Like, is there anything you need from Miss Merlette? Like, and I feel like I learned that from being a psych major because a lot of things are not mental, but like it starts with like a thought, and the thought becomes an action. So what were you thinking? Like, what's going on? Did something happen? Like, there's something I don't know. How can I help you? And also something I learned from my mom that she was telling me about when she was raising us, though, was like she would tell us, and I don't remember this, but my brother remembers it. She would tell us, like, if you ever just want to give me a hug, just come give me a hug. Which, of course, you're like, oh, okay. But, like, you don't understand, like, what's going through a child's mind. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what's going on at home. But my children would just come up to me and just hug me. And when I told them that, at first I was like, I mean, do I really know if they're really going to do this? But they really did. And that helped so much in my classroom because I think it's a feeling of like, I know Miss Merlette has my back. I know I'm safe in here. I know I can be myself in here. I know that everything's okay. Right. I need a hug right now, Miss Merlette. Can I have a hug? Absolutely. And then we just keep going. But yeah, like that's usually my approach to classroom management is really like trying to understand like what's going on. How can I help you?
Absolutely.
Since the whole viral sensation of the Old Town Road rendition, have you had like other teachers reach out to you to make their curriculum cooler? Like, are they blowing you up? Like, I want to be cool like you.
Bad. What I gotta do? Let me fight every day.
Oh my Lord! But it has been so humbling because teachers and classrooms have been reaching out to us and literally showing us their version of their own Old Town Road, or they felt inspired and they decided to change these lyrics and do this, or they made a video for this, or they're making a chant in their classroom and they're like sending it to me. And I would show my kids like, y'all look. And we talked about what it means to be an inspiration and what it means to be a light in other people's life and how like, you know, you never know who's watching. So always be somebody who is going to be a light and help them, you know? But it's been crazy. So many people have reached out and it's so beautiful because they're allowing their children to have a say, I guess, in their classroom or be able to be a part of the learning process, which I think is very important. So I just think it's beautiful whenever a teacher reaches out, anybody.
That's tight. Didn't Drake reach out to you?
Drake.
I'm just saying.
My Lord.
Didn't
so
Drake.
Drake did not reach out to me, but he did follow me.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
Yeah.
Daniel coming soon.
I'm so dead. So we're grateful.
She's gonna be
for
on
that.
God's plan too.
Yep. This is gonna give you some money. You gonna start crying.
I'm so weak.
Let's go have a shout at Drake.
I'm so weak. I don't know how people know that.
Let's go. He's Drake.
It's our business to know.
Hey, Drake just does Drake stuff.
It's our job to know. So one of the coolest things about being a teacher is a 2 or 3 month summer. How long is this summer break?
The first day of school I think is August 6th.
So you're on break now. You're on vacation.
I mean, technically I am, but I'm actually working with a summer academy.
Okay. All right. So you're keeping it moving.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I mean, theoretically, yes. Like
Yes.
we're off and we chilling.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
How did it feel? Just tell us, CNN. That's all I'm gonna say. CNN. How did it feel?
It's insane because first I didn't know.
Then your phone just went crazy.
And that's the thing. My phone just starts going and
How did I get your
lighting. And I'm
number?
like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what's going on? And that's the thing. Like, the first article they wrote, they just wrote it. I had no idea. And then my mom was like, well, let's just type in your name on Google. And literally, it was like different people were writing articles. They didn't even like ask for information. And to me, I was like, wow, like it's to the point where people are like, this is amazing. Let me tell you about it. Like,
You're the real life Miss Frizzle.
oh, yeah, we love her. Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been so humbling.
Did Lil Nas X follow you?
No, he didn't follow me, but he absolutely showed love to our classroom. He retweeted our video.
No doubt.
And he posted it himself, and my kids lost their minds.
Wow.
They lost their minds. I don't think you understand. That, for me, is one of the highlights of this whole experience. Yeah. Is their reaction to Lil Nas, because they love him. They're the ones that showed me the song. Like, they love him. Right. So when I showed them the retweet, and when he said, this is beautiful, some of my kids cried. Some of my kids were screaming. Some of my kids had no words. Some of my kids were just cheesing. Like, they were just so excited. Like, and they just felt really good about themselves, as they should.
Yeah.
Go West, go Wolves.
So you know, this puts you in a space. You're like a cosign now. Like, you're like a big DJ. So
what do you mean?
I'm saying, like, if you remix somebody's song, it's out of here. So what's the next big song?
Oh, that depends on my classroom next year.
Okay, so you're giving the props to the kids,
Absolutely.
and they let you know. You're not okay, but I'm just letting you know.
So what happens?
So rappers gonna be hitting you up.
It's like, what happens if they bring you like Blueface?
I don't think they can make
You
Tatiana.
never know.
I don't think they can make it right.
You never know. What
I
if
just
it
don't think
happens?
so.
We're gonna see with what they bring to me. We're gonna see. And
Didn't they make a kid like a school version?
They did?
Study hard.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
weak.
possible.
I'm
It's
dead.
possible.
I did not know about that one.
Marciana? I don't know.
I'm dead.
I think they did. I think they did.
I'm like, seriously.
I just say, like, what if they bring you like this, just an outrageous song,
Like the baby should.
yeah, yeah, like the baby. Can't call heart.
But my kids love that song, so that's just crazy because I don't know. It just depends on the song that they bring, because the thing is, like, and that's like what I keep telling people, like, this wasn't me, this was my kids. Like,
I like that.
they love this, so I'm like, oh, this is what you love. Let's do it.
Give it up
Like,
for her again. I like that. The humility and we love it.
You gonna be a good mama, girl. Jesus Christ,
Thank you.
good mama.
Hey, listen. Finally, there's an amazing quote on your Instagram bio. It says, "If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough." Talk to us about that before we wrap up.
So first off, if you are not pushing yourself to the absolute maximum capacity that you can see for yourself, what is the point? What is the point? You should always be 1,000 million billion gajillion, I don't even know if that's a real number, % invested in what you believe in.
No doubt.
And if it doesn't terrify you just a little bit, if it doesn't make you vulnerable, if it doesn't make you question, like, am I making the right move? Am I doing this right? That means you don't care. And you should absolutely care about what you want to be invested in your future and your goals. So for me, if my dreams don't scare you, if they don't make my heart race just a little bit, even when you guys saw me dancing over there, this is important to me. So if it doesn't do that, then what's the point? What's it for?
All right.
Yeah.
What is it for?
Yeah.
Co-sign.
Okay. Beautiful, amazing. We appreciate you pulling up the Hoodrich
Hey.
Radio.
Absolutely.
Give
Thank
everybody
you so
your Instagram and let them know where they can check you out.
Yes, you can absolutely follow me at FutureDrJas on Instagram and on Twitter. You can see all the class shenanigans on there.
Okay, that's what it is. Hoodrich Radio 96.7 The Beat. Salute.